Okay, now that we've set our PLC up, our program up, we've included the PLC control unit and the input-output module, and we've identified all the components. What we can do now is try and write a simple program. So we're going to do that now. So select program task, so we can double click that and it comes up with our program window. You can see we've got one ladder in there already. And on the right hand side, we've got all the different functions that we can add into our program. So there is some Boolean commands, so and OR gates and things like that. So we can get some logic in if we're going to make some decisions. Also, we've got some mathematical functions there that we can use, but we're going to focus on the ladder elements right at the bottom. So we're going to create a simple program that is just going to switch a light on and off. So the circuit is going to have a contactor, which is going to be a switch, and an output, which is going to be a coil, and we're going to do that now. So if we collect the contact, so this is going to be our input, I hold my button and drag it across and it'll tell me where I can start, and it says start here. I've put my contactor in or my switch in. Now the red question marks means that we haven't defined it, so we're going to do that right now. I'm going to call this button 1. And hit OK. So this is highlighting, the auto declare is highlighting that we still don't know what this button does. Is it just an on off or is it an analog? So we have to say it's an on off, which is Boolean, so it's defaulted to that. So I'm going to say OK. Now we've set that up. Now we need to go to our output, and our outputs are generally coils. When you think of an output as a motor or a pump, or maybe an old incandescent bulb which had a coil that heated up to give out light, our output is going to be a coil. So I'm going to select my coil, drag it in. You can see you've got this no entry sign, but it does tell us where we should put it, and we'll put it in here. So I'm going to set this to my green traffic light. What we do know is that we have got a physical light attached to my PLC. So I could write a name and give it a virtual name, but I'm going to give it a real connection. So I'm going to click on these 3 red question marks, go to the box with the 3 dots on and open that up. And now I've got an ability to assign a command to that. You can see our button 1 we've created. If I open this up a little bit more, IO configuration globals, we got the mapping. This is where we wrote the name of the output devices. So if I click on here, you can see they're all written there: amber traffic light, green traffic light, red traffic light. The address over here is something that is part of the standard. We're not actually going to really use that. It just gets used in the background, but you'll go over that in a PLC session in class. So I'm going to want it to switch my green traffic light on, so I'm going to say OK to that. And you can see now green traffic light is in. There's no red marking to indicate an issue because we've already defined that previously. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to quickly have a quick check to make sure my program's OK. Now up here we've got a build command. And what that's going to do, that's going to go through our program and check to see whether we've made any errors. And these are going to be sort of simple errors, like if you haven't declared an input or an output, or you've put a space in there. It's these sort of syntax errors it's going to pick up. It won't tell you if your program is going to run successfully. It will just tell you that it's written correctly. So what I'm going to do is go to build, press build, and what that's going to do is going to check all the inputs and outputs to see how they look, and it'll come and give me a signal at the bottom. So on the bottom right hand side, it says last build, no errors, no warnings. So I know everything's okay. So the last thing I want to do now before I send this to my program is to just check that it works. And we can do that. We've got a function in this program that's called simulation. So if I go to online and go into simulation, this is going to set the program in simulation mode. That really just means when I log into a PLC, or when I log into my program and try and run my program, it's not going to go and try and find a PLC to connect to. It's not going to look for one because it's in simulation mode. So now the process will be the same. I'm going to go on, I'm going to log into my PLC, just connect to it. It's going to come up with a little warning message. And this is a fail safe, really. It's asking me, it says it doesn't exist, my program doesn't exist in the PLC. Do I want to create it? So this is all on my laptops, it doesn't really matter. But if you were in the field and you were going to modify a program or change a program, this just gives a bit of a warning telling you there's a program in there already. If you carry on, you're going to delete it. So you may want to sort of take that program off and save it before you do anything. So I'm just going to say yes to that. Again, you can see it's in simulation mode, but it's in stop mode as well. So this is really a safety feature. They don't want to send a program down. As soon as it gets there, starts working, it may be connected to some heavy duty 3-phase motors and pumps and cranes and things like that. So it'll leave it in stop mode, then you can make sure everything's safe before you start. So all I'm going to do is start this program. There is a little start command here, your little play button, or you can go into debug, which has got a few more options, and you can start your program there. So I'm just going to hit start. And you can see it's gone straight into run mode. If you look up here, you can see that this blue represents an active line. So this is our 24 volts. The switch is opened, so nothing's getting through to the light. So I just need to force that switch closed. And that's what I'm going to do now. So I'm just going to double click on it. I want that to be true. I want it to be true that the switch is closed. And the way I do that is to press F7. And you can see when I press F7, the switch comes on, this all gets activated and the green light gets activated. So everything is running fine. So in the next video, we'll go through how you send that program down to a real PLC and get the light to switch on and off. So I'm just going to